You're in tune to 93.1 Real FM.
It's 19 hours and it's now time for the 93.1 Real FM News in detail. We're so happy that you can join us. I'm Gabriella Patra. Welcome. Locally, London man on $250,000 bail for trafficking 10 pounds of marijuana. 3 days after 3 men were arrested during a canoe operation in Sophia, only one of the men has been charged for narco trafficking. 31-year-old Royland Adolph of Industrial Area Linden was charged with trafficking over 10 pounds of marijuana in the Sophia area. Canoe said the marijuana carries an estimated street value of $1.8 million. Adolph appeared before the chief magistrate with his attorney Dexter Todd at his side and entered a not guilty plea to the charges. He was granted bail in the sum of $250,000. Canoe reported last Friday that during an operation in Deerfield, Sophia, it conducted a search of a Toyota wagon that was parked in front of a shop. During the search, the agents found several large parcels of marijuana. 3 men, including the one charged today, were initially arrested. Two more women died from COVID, death toll at 899. 2 more women who were infected with the novel coronavirus have died, taking the country's death toll to 899. The latest fatalities are a 62-year-old from Region 4 whose vaccination status is unknown and a 60-year-old from Region 2 who was unvaccinated. The country also saw 66 new cases being detected, which takes the total positives recorded to date to 35,170. There are 23 persons in the ICU, 76 in institutional isolation, 3,239 in home isolation, and 4 in industrial quarantine. Recoveries stand at 30,933. On the international scene, in update on the COVID vaccines, the FDA panel approves Pfizer jabs for children 5 and up. Pediatric doctors could soon find themselves on the front lines of a U.S. government plan to get some 28 million school-age children in line for their coronavirus jabs. Advisory boards to the Food and Drug Administration and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Tuesday decided that the benefits of jabbing children between 5 and 11 years old with the Pfizer vaccine outweigh any other health risks. The decision now awaits further approval from the full FDA and CDC. Both agencies are expected to follow the vaccines panel's recommendation. Data from the company's clinical trials found that a pediatric dose of the vaccine, 1/3 of that given to adults and adolescents, was safe and 90% effective. If health officials approve the jab, $15 million doses, will go out to pediatric offices, children's hospitals, and pharmacies around the country. Following the FDA Independent Advisory Committee green light on Tuesday, the CDC is expected to follow suit on the 2nd of November, meaning jabs for 5 years old could begin as soon as a day later. And finally, in the world of sports, in some World T20 update, Pakistan beat New Zealand to remain unbeaten. A sensational partnership between Shoaib Malik and Asif Ali guided Pakistan to their second men's T20 World Cup victory in 3 days. After forcefully trashing rivals India by 10 wickets, Pakistan edged a nervy game against New Zealand to win by 5 wickets. Chasing 135, Shoaib and Asif shared 48 to seal success with 8 balls left. New Zealand, playing their first game in Group 2, were restricted to 134 for 8. Asif, who twice had medical attention for concussion-like symptoms after top-edging a Tim Southee bouncer into his helmet, made an unbeaten 27 of 12 balls, including 3 sixes. His 23-ball partnership with Shoaib Malik, who made 26 of 20, saw them home and boosted Pakistan's semi-final hopes with games against Afghanistan, Namibia, and Scotland to come. And that's the 93.1 Real FM News in detail at this time. Credits to News Source, Newsroom, iNews, and the BBC.